I do make fun of Mike a lot from where he is from, especially the fact he's a Green Bay Packers fan. So I hope that makes it on to our video.
Yeah.
But
I can't remember when the last time they won the Super Bowl, but go ahead.
Okay, anyways. Regardless, giving small business a voice is why we started this whole thing. People ask Mike and myself, member number 1 and member number 2, what is the SBAC and what did you think it was going to be when you started? And my answer is I had no idea. All I knew was that there were a bunch of us who would go out and talk about the fact we didn't have a voice. Our political and economic world was changing, and we weren't represented. And these little gatherings at bars grew from 10 to 20 to 40, and all of a sudden we realized we hit a nerve, and we had a group. And now 600 members later, after 2 years, here we are.
Well, one of the great things about the SBAC is the fact that not only do they do advocacy, but they really do a lot of business networking as well. And one of the things that they promote within the organization very strongly is the interconnection of SBAC members and members doing business with members. And it's been really kind of a wonderful experience because as these connections have been made, not only has business been done, but lots of friendships have been formed as well.
In September of 2010, I went to my first event at Shelley Jewelers. The first question somebody asked me was, how can I help you grow your business? And after that, I knew I was in the right place.
One of the great things about the SBAC is the networking opportunities it affords their members, and I feel fortunate that I can meet these great people and introduce them to some of the people that I know, and in today's social media environment, it makes it that much easier to accomplish that.
There are events pretty much every day, so no matter where I am, being in a business development role, I travel quite a bit. There's always an SBAC event that I can attend. So the networking was definitely what initially attracted me.
I've also been able to connect my clients with individual members of the SBAC in terms of networking and growing their business and connecting with great people.
I've picked up somewhere between 3 dozen and 4 dozen clients within the SBAC. Being a member for right around 2 years, it's been absolutely invaluable to my business, and I'm constantly connecting people that I've met over the past couple of years with new members to see how people can do business together and grow their own businesses.
80% right now of the folks in America, business owners or employees, who really aren't represented by anybody. And we want to be that place where people can come and feel comfortable and feel represented. And I think that that's why people are excited about it. So the energy comes from excitement. It comes from getting things done and making real change and real progress. And listen, if you can improve your business at the same time and take advantage of our programs, that's a bonus.
Coming from a corporate background before I was with Digital Third Coast, I was very aware of how easy it was to get things done when you were a $14 billion company. But then it became very clear to me how hard it is to get things done when you're smaller. But when we come all together and can have kind of one leader speaking for a huge group of small businesses, we just get so much more done. It's so much more effective.
We don't have collaboration in today's political arena like we do at the SBAC. And I don't know how they do it, but it's encouraging to be involved in something like that it can actually have collaboration and people working together on behalf of one cause.
The SBAC is doing a lot to advocate for affordable health care for small businesses, and I am actually excited to see developments with the co-op, and I think it will benefit my own business, and it'll definitely be a great resource for my clients.
But in addition to that, the SBAC has gone one step further. Not only has it allowed us to take this fight to the legislators in Springfield, it's allowed us to band together and come up with real solutions that are business-based solutions for the cost of healthcare problem.
They play to the side of small business, and small businesses will always be owned by people from both sides of the political spectrum. And I think our leaders, if they can listen to the small business voice out there, they can see a very good example in the SBAC of what's possible. Hopefully, with the efforts of the SBAC and its continued growth, their dream to open a small business will become a reality.
It's not as easy as it was to start a company or to thrive and survive as a small business as it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. And looking down 20, 30, 40 years out, if we want our children and our children's children to have opportunity that our grandfathers, fathers, and ourselves had, then we really need someone to stand up and say, hey, what we're doing now isn't working, and somebody's got to really say something to help small business.
The SBAC has allowed our firm to bring down costs through the Strategic Partner Program by providing us the opportunity to meet and develop relationships with other small businesses who meet the needs of our firm. We've engaged other small businesses for court reporting services, copying services, and litigation services, all at a discounted cost.
But there are times that I'll have, a 10 o'clock meeting downtown and a 1 o'clock. And what do you do between 11 and 1? And I've been able to use the office sharing program to go in, sit and get some work done. And then also used the office sharing program to actually host a meeting as well for someone who wanted to meet downtown.
Because of what I do, telecommunications, there are times just before I'm going to a client where I'll have to run into Office Depot and pick up some equipment and bring it to the client. And with the program that we have with Office Depot, you're seeing a immediate savings, which is always nice as a small business owner.
The SBAC performs such a vital role in terms of its advocacy on key legislation, its opportunities for networking, for strategic partnerships, the ability to be part of another small business group, having been part of a small business before that became a larger business, means a lot to me.
And so the SBAC has been just an amazing, amazing organization for connecting people, bringing together common interest, and as a voice, a single voice for small business throughout the state.
It's not give us what we deserve, it's just make it fair. We always work hard. We always joke that a small business owner only has to work half days. The hard part of that decision is which 12-hour half of the day you have to work. So we're not going to not work harder. We're not asking for handouts or anything. We're just saying, hey, let's just make it fair. And there's really no group out there that's saying we're going to advocate for these small businesses, because these large businesses, it's just not fair. So let's make it fair. Let's just make it fair.
Level the playing field. That's what the SBAC wants to do. And frankly, we have a lot of business groups that have joined us as well. And we love working with chambers of commerce because they support their local community, and we can support small business as a whole. We're not looking to take, ego is not an issue with respect to the SBAC. The more people we get, the stronger we are. So we want you to join.
Join.
We promise you won't have to spend too much. You won't have to spend too much time with Kavanaugh. I promise.
Unless you want to.
Which you won't.